My name's Joe Candelaria, and I sing in Forever Came Calling. I am from 29 Palms, California. So I was really into Taking Back Sunday and Census Fail, and mp3.com was like a huge thing when I was in high school. So I just stole a bunch of songs off there. Like, me and all my friends were trying to like figure out how to play guitar and stuff, and we just learned to those songs. That band like did what all bands in high school do, broke up, and the drummer from that band that I met, his name's Tim. We went on to like start a few other bands, and eventually it became like FCC, and like he's the guy that recorded our first EP. I think the thing that stands out about our band probably the most is probably like the lyrical content. It's a little bit more on the Hamlet side of the Shakespeare like spectrum, like very dark. I would say that's like what makes us stand out. Sonically, I'm sure you could put us on like a Pure Noise mixtape, and someone who doesn't listen to this genre would be like, yeah, it's like one of the same band. We do have a nice niche of like having really big pop melodies on things and not cheesy pop. I like Cyndi Lauper, stuff like that, so it's a lot of more nuanced, like hip-hop-y. You're forced to get into genres that you thought were stupid before, because you start to see, you get very tired of listening to the same all the time, and you kind of find these cool things about different genres of music that you weren't really into before. It's almost like the things you noticed about those genres, or the things that like you hated about them, become what you love about them, because it kind of like, it stands out, and then you're like, why does that stand out? Like, why does someone else like this? For me, I very much try to understand why people do things. So with like reggaeton, like that is something I hated growing up, and now I'm like, no, it's sick. Like, there's like this cool rhythm that you don't find in any other kind of music. We self-released an EP last year for the first time, and that was the first time in Spotify culture that we had new music out. If you have a little bit of a following, it might create artists to be a little bit more self-sufficient, a little bit more not willing to sign that deal. Truly will in the next 5 to 10 years change from not like, can I please sign to your label, but like, what do you, like, how do you add value to me? Another shift that, like, another change that I think that I've seen in recent history is touring is not a thing that happens as much anymore. FCC, in like our younger years, we were a full like 10-month out of the year touring band. And I think for us, it was amazing, but it also hurt the process, because when you're always touring, you have to make it a point to like find those moments of like solace, and then at those moments of solace where you just want to be away from everyone, you also have to create. And I think when you're forced to create, it's just never as good. Like, I love touring, I love adventure, I love the travel aspect of being in a band. That's pretty much why I do it. But I do know from being in the experience of when you're touring so much, it will start to affect it negatively. The first time we went over to the UK and Europe, we did the UK with a band called 4 Years Strong, and that was awesome. It was great, shows were nuts. And then when we went to the like mainland, we were kind of on our own. We were headlining, and the shows were still amazing. It was so much fun. We were in Germany. I think we were in Berlin. It was just a great vibe in the room. Like, people were singing along. And then I just remember seeing something like fly up from like the back of the room, and then it lands, and it's a bra. And then like everybody just looks at each other, and like I've never seen, myself included, 5 grown men be more scared of something in their life. Just like, what just happened? And as we're packing up to get off the stage, it just sat there. Like, no one touched it. Like, it was just like this thing that had like a 10-foot like perimeter around it that like no one was going in at all. Like, did not want to be that guy. So FCC has a cover of a song called When You Were Young by The Killers coming out on Friday. It's like a piano version. It's pretty cool. We're like doing that. We're going like back to Japan and Australia. That's the plan. I have a new project called Joseph and the Jameson. It's actually a lot more like pop influenced, very like Jack's Mannequin-y. Can someone please help me out? 'Cause I've been running in circles, finally lost myself. Medicate out loud. The whiskey shots in the parking lot help. I'll stay if you'll stay too. Can't cry in this crowded room. My stomach starts to rot with all the memories that I missed. Can I be forgiven now, even though I spent years like this? And the gospel sang hallelujah, I just miss ya. Hallelujah, I just miss ya. Taught me so many things, but until I learn how to grieve, you're just asleep. I'll stay if you'll stay too, but I could hardly stand their faces, heads all bowed in prayer, an absence of salvation. There shouldn't be strangers at these. Spanish mother holding all her sons and daughters. She sees his legacy inside of every one of them. She holds on to a ring knowing she'll never love again. And the gospel sang hallelujah, I just miss ya. Hallelujah, I just miss ya. Taught me so many things, but until I learn how to grieve, you're just asleep. The car's backed up for miles in this funeral procession. Carried to rest in Sunday's best, buried him next to me. I'll take apart again everything I ever did, bring you home again and make us whole again. Take apart again everything I ever did, bring you home again and make us whole again. And the gospel sang hallelujah, I just miss ya. Hallelujah, I just miss ya. We met when we were younger, when I didn't know myself. There were quiet reservations about all my expectations. Keep your t-shirt on. You were highly anticipated as my next salvation. Keep hands clasped, timing is everything. We were lost on your bedroom floor. We were hoping but we were not sure. We were lost on your bedroom floor. Who loved to more? Endangered innocent, endangered innocence, endangered innocent, endangered innocence. Your summer dress, first that desert heat. My idle hands, they finally found their feet. Airport anxiety, a shot or two in that Midwestern breeze. We were calling all hands to come quietly. If this doesn't work, well, it changed everything. We were lost on your bedroom floor. We were hoping but we were not sure. We were lost on your bedroom floor. Who loved to more? Who loved to more? Who loved to more? Who more. You wore a purple dress, we made love, we laughed, and I like that. She holds on to a ring knowing she'll never love again, and the gospel sang hallelujah. I just miss